All right, we're going to be digging into our servo bags. So in your servo bags, you're going to have three bags actually that'll have a bunch of these white parts in it. What we're looking for is three of these. Okay, so what you're going to do is get those three out. Make sure that the screws are not lost, so keep them in a zipped bag and put those off to the side. Okay, so we'll just use these parts. I've already started one gluing up right here. I've used my epoxy that I had mixed up, and I put this part in. And what we're looking for when we're putting this in is that the part, you can see how it's laid nice and flat in there. Okay, so when I set it in there, I wanted to make sure it's laid flat, and then I wanted to make sure that it's pushed this way as much as possible, this way. All right, so right now I'm just check it's all the way over that away. That's perfect, and it's laying flat. That's what you want. Um, it's going to also be important that you are careful with the epoxy because you don't want any getting inside of the open circle area. Okay, so you just got to take your time by dabbing this in here. Okay, and it's very thick like molasses, and you really just need enough to cover this whole thing up. Okay, so my epoxy is roughly level with this top surface here. Okay, and again, I'm being really cautious that I don't get any in this hole at all. If you accidentally do, try to get it out if possible. Okay, all right, I'll do another one here. I should mention too, if for some reason that you damage one of these pieces, you could always get another one. And if you have a tool like this, you could put on some safety glasses and make sure you don't snip this at anybody, and you can cut away some sections. And if I just take small bites, it works easier. Okay. And then just try to clean it up a little bit so it represents that circle as much as possible. That looks pretty good. Okay, so this part, we'll use it right here. And I, the same thing, when I put it in, I want it in and this way, as much as you can get it. Okay, so that's going to happen to be right about there. I'm going to fill that up. And yeah, you can see it's doesn't flow very easily. So tap that in. Scoop some more up, and as I'm holding this, I'm just kind of twirling it so it doesn't all just drip down right away. Then when I get down here, I just make a little contact and work it up and down to get that spread out, and being really careful so that I don't get any in that little hole. Now you can see it shifted on me a little bit, and that's okay for now. Put a little more in here, and then we'll fix it. I think that's probably enough. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay. Got a little on my hands. I'll have to soap in water with that. Okay, this part again, we want to have it all the way this way. And I'm going to use this toothpick just to make sure it's pushed down. So push down and all the way that way. Okay. And it looks like I have quite a bit in there, enough to fill that cavity up. And then the last piece, same thing. Drop it in. Oops, this was my mover. All right, put some in. I know this is so much fun, isn't it? Okay. That looks like it should be fine. I'm just gonna make sure that it's down and this way. Okay. Push down. Oh, there. All right, I'm just gonna be real careful with where I set that. Let those set for 24 hours. Okay. So if they accidentally get bumped or something, immediately get in there with the toothpick and try to, position it to where it needs to be. So if you can see it from the side, this is what it should look like. All of them should. So if I tip that one sideways, you just see it. It's parallel. All right.